Today's video is to help you understand how do you scale your vacation rental business. If you own one, could you own 5? Could you own 10? But how is it done without getting in over your head? Well, stick with me because throughout this video, I'll explain how to do just that, and I'll share with you how we went from 0 vacation rentals to 6 in 14 months. The vacation rental business is truly a unique business in the real estate market. It almost feels like it's combining real estate with the hospitality market with the tourism market. So saying that might cause some panic, but it's not as scary as it seems once you have a blueprint to really grow and scale. So as we dive into this video, I want to show you how to scale your vacation rental business by first explaining why vacation rental properties are so popular right now and why popularity of these vacation rentals has caused so much competition in the industry. Secondly, I will show you how to set up your vacation rental business for success from the get-go, and finally show you how you can scale and leverage your vacation rentals into a full-blown business generating income year in and year out. Ready? Let's go. So why have these become so popular? Why have vacation rentals become something that people absolutely love? Well, number one, people want a vacation. They always have, always will. And I think the demand has only grown. Honestly, if you think about the last few vacations that you've been on, I would venture to guess that most of you have probably stayed at an Airbnb or a vacation rental. And that demand is not going away anytime soon. Even think about vacations that you're planning, right? Where are you going this summer? What are you going to do as a family? Where might you go visit other people? Chances are you're thinking about places you can vacation or even rent a vacation rental property. There's a reason why people would rather stay at a property, a vacation rental property, versus a hotel, right? Think about it. If you go to your hotel with, say, you, your wife, or your spouse, 2 kids, and you go to a hotel room and it has 2 queen beds, man, that's never the best scenario. I mean, it works in some scenarios, but if you go to a vacation rental, even a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, it has, or 2-bedroom, 1-bath, it has a place where the kids can sleep and a place where you and your spouse can sleep. It's such a better experience, and I think that's what people desire, is that experience for something unique and different, that they can actually relax and be calm. Because when you're at a hotel and you've got a lot of people in a hotel room, are you really relaxing? And you're on vacation, you're supposed to be decompressing, relaxing, but that doesn't happen at a hotel with 4 people in a room or even 3 people in a room. Matter of fact, we took a trip last year along the southeastern part of the United States. It was so awesome. They were planning a trip this year. My son's got an event in Philadelphia. After that event, we as a family are planning to travel around the northeastern part of the United States. And guess where we're going to stay? Every few nights, we're going to try and book a different Airbnb to experience that area, from New York up to Boston, maybe even up to Maine. So we haven't got it completely figured out yet, but already in the planning stages, my mind is going towards and thinking, how can I get the most out of this vacation to create an amazing experience for my family? And at the forefront of all that thinking are vacation rentals. And I think that demand is going up. So that's why they've become so popular, that this trend is not going to change. You jumping into it right now, you haven't missed the boat from jumping in 2 to 3 to 5 years ago. It's still going to be a trend that's going to continue to blossom and grow. But because it's become so popular, it's also become very, very competitive. And if you think about it, that competition really started about 5 to 8 years ago, because getting into short-term rentals, people saw that they were money makers. People saw other people buying a second home and putting it up for vacations on Vrbo or Airbnb, that they were making money. And interest rates were so low that people were able to do it almost with a little bit of money down, and their interest rates were so low that monthly payments were extremely low. Everybody was making money. Essentially, you saw the perfect storm happen. Everybody started to jump in. Interest rates were low. Areas were becoming saturated. Competition was ultra high. People were getting down for second home loans, 10% down, or people were finding partners because it was just making money hand over fist. All of a sudden, you saw areas just completely become overgrown with vacation rentals. And owners in that area saw that, and they saw that they could sell their home for significantly more as a single family home and change it to a vacation rental or short-term rental. Because instead of selling it for maybe $300,000, because people were getting annual rents of $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, they could sell it for almost $500,000, $600,000, twice of what they originally thought. And so all of a sudden, you had quite a storm of competition happen in this market. But how can that be a benefit? Why can so much competition in a certain area actually help you? Well, I'll tell you why. Number one, it was a challenge. It became competitive. But competition, if you do it the right way, if you treat it like a business and you really run it like a business, and you have that mindset from the get-go, getting started with vacation rentals, whether you're starting now or whether you started 5 years ago, or you plan to start a year or 2 from now, if you run like a business, eventually competition is going to kick out the people who did it just as a hobby. competition, those who are doing it the right way are going to rise above the rest. And that's really what I want you to focus on, right? Because I promise the looky-loos or the people that were out there just buying it because everybody else was because they could, those people are eventually going to go away, or they're going to want to sell their properties to you or to me to be able to get in there and really set them apart as an income producing machine. We saw this with a couple of our properties, but one in particular in Blue Ridge, Georgia. I had heard that you needed to be within a 12 to 15 minute drive wherever your place was to the McDonald's that was on Main Street in Blue Ridge, right? People don't want to travel much farther than that. So Blue Ridge was the destination to get away. There's the lake there. Everything is just hubbed around the city of Blue Ridge. And so we got one up in Morganton, right? Which is about exactly 12 minutes away. Even getting to our property that is up a road that forks, and ours is at the end of a dead end road, we knew we needed to be about 15 minutes at the very least to get back to us. And I think we're about 13, 14 minutes away. But when we bought the property, it wasn't a vacation rental. It was a residence of a family. And a lot of homes in the area are residences. Number one, though, when we bought it, we knew we wanted to turn it into a vacation rental. So we bought all the furniture associated with the property, kept it as is, and we started to do things to make it nice. We found local people, and I think this is important too. When you buy a vacation rental, it's very important to get on all the Facebook groups that are associated with that area that you're in. I found on Facebook a group, the Blue Ridge, Georgia Facebook page, somebody who could come and clear a group of trees and put in a fire pit for us to make it just that much more enjoyable, right? Being outside, going off the deck, sitting down there on some lawn chairs in front of a fire pit enhanced the experience, and something that was absolutely needed. The other thing we did is we got to know our neighbors and let them know that, hey, we're nice guys. We want to respect the area. If you guys ever hear of anybody staying at our place that isn't treating it the right way, let us know. So I think getting to know the people around you is also important. The other thing we did is we started to put unique things inside the place that really set it apart. We tried to get nice mattresses. We tried to get nice towels. I mean, when people stay somewhere and they go sleep, they want to sleep on a nice bed, right? It always fascinates me when somebody goes to a Vrbo or Airbnb and says, man, that was the worst bed I've ever slept on. Now, you're going to have people that are just negative just because that's who they are. But for the most part, every Airbnb, every vacation rental that I've ever bought, we've put nice mattresses, not the most expensive, but nice mattresses that maybe you can get at Costco or other places that will provide a nice, good night's sleep for people that stay there at your home. Now, how do you set your vacation rental business up from the get-go so it is firing on all cylinders and one that you can leverage and grow? Probably the most important advice I ever got before I bought a vacation rental property was this. Either buy a very unique property that by itself is unique that people want to stay at, or enhance it with unique features and amenities that will set it apart from all the others. That is stuck in my mind from the get-go. So if you want to separate yourself from the other businesses, either find that unique property like the Blue Ridge example. It has views that you cannot duplicate at the end of a road. You're never going to have traffic. You don't hear traffic for miles because there's no traffic. It's at the dead end of a road. And do you pay a little bit more for maybe being at the end of a dead end? Maybe. But it's unique enough that it sets it apart from other rentals out there. The pictures that we have that show that sunset and those views are worth more than probably anything we could have added to the property. You've also got to look at other important things to run like a business. You got to understand the price. Is it in your budget? You've got to understand area regulations. You've got to understand optimal bed size. When I say bed size, like bedrooms and bathroom counts, 3 beds, 3 bath. What is the optimal for the area that you're looking at? Understanding which ones get rented out the best. The other piece of advice that I got that was really important to enhance it and to get your business started on the right foot from the get-go is hire a professional photographer to go in and take pictures of your property. Nothing was better for our properties that we bought than having a professional photographer go in. They can make the property look absolutely outstanding. And maybe you've been there before where you've gone to a property and said, it doesn't quite match the pictures. The pictures look so much more amazing, or the pictures make it look so much bigger than it is. We had an experience this Thanksgiving where we did the same thing, but it's still awesome enough. I mean, the place we were at was awesome. It looked way bigger in the pictures, but it was still an amazing stay that we had a fantastic time. Hiring a professional photographer, an absolute must when you get started with a vacation rental business. And obviously finding the right property, finding it at a discounted price or a lower price, and finding a good loan that's going to allow you to finance this property over time, right? You're going to want to target at least a 20% cash on cash return, right? In a lot of my other videos, I talked about how we calculate that, but eventually the money that you put down by the net operating profit that comes in, divide the net operating profit into the cash you outlaid for the property. And if it's over 20%, that's great. That's where you want to be. I mean, think about it. If you were to give me, say, $100,000 and I told you every year I'd give you $20,000 from that investment, that's what a vacation rental property can do and can be for you. And it has been for a lot of our properties that we've bought. It's been absolutely amazing. So once you have the right property, you got all these things in place, you started on the right foot from the get-go, you got the right pictures, you got the right property, how do you scale it? Well, number one, you've got to run it like a business. You've got to plug the numbers into a spreadsheet. You've got to analyze trends. You've got to analyze areas that you're not making profit. You got to analyze where your money's going, where it's coming, and what you're left with. If you don't do that in anything that you do, it's not going to be running like a business. You're not going to be able to scale. You're not going to be able to grow. So analyzing with numbers in a spreadsheet is an absolute absolute must. You've also got to understand how to use dynamic pricing, right? What that means is in the slower times of the year, you need to bring your prices down. If there's a week that you don't have it booked up and it's coming close to that week, you need to lower the price. See if you can get a last minute booker. The other thing I've seen work really well is being a part of those Facebook groups that are unique for that area. I've even seen people, we've done it ourselves, where we go on there and said, hey, we have a rare opening on our property, and because it's happening next week, we're lowering the price to this. I mean, think about it. It's better to have somebody pay half price than have it sit empty. So doing those things can really enhance it to make sure that your occupancy rate goes up. Being part of those Facebook groups where you can advertise your property or having its own website is absolutely vital for your business. And then tracking everything and understanding it. One thing that we've done to scale our business is we've actually created so much equity in the home we had in Orlando that we took that property, we refinanced it while interest rates were still decent, and put that money that we refinanced out of it on a second piece of property close to Yellowstone to purchase another vacation rental. And so once you have this growing, that's a way to scale, right? You start seeing the appreciation happen, you start seeing additional cash come into your business, and you can refinance properties. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend refinancing now, but when interest rates go down or there's different loan programs that come out, if you can refinance it and utilize that money to then purchase another property, that's the power of leverage. That's the power of real estate and growing it. Now, these are some things that I've done that have worked really well in my vacation rental business. I'd love to hear what you've done. And as I mentioned, analyzing it with the right numbers, the right data is vitally important, and you need to do that and actually have a free vacation rental calculator available for you at no charge. All you do is click on the link below, aaronsfreetraining.com, and you put in all the numbers, the expenses, the income, and it spits out to you whether it's a good deal or not. It even gives you the cash on cash return, and it's available for you at no charge. Once again, thanks for stopping by. Have an amazing day.